Welcome to Gary Berry Stadium for Week 6 action in this shortened COVID season of 2020 for high school football. And tonight we've got a slight adjustment to the schedule. We should have been bringing you Coronado and Liberty, but instead we're bringing you Doherty and Liberty. I am Barry Reed. Thank you so much for the tune in on the Doherty Spartans YouTube channel. The Lancers come in at 2-3 after a shutout loss at the hands of Battle Mountain last week, and the Spartans come in at 1-4 on the season. A little bit of a chill in the air, but other than that, pretty nice night for football. And Decker getting ready to put his foot into it to kick off for the Spartans. Change in quarterback for Liberty due to injury. We will get into that as the game progresses. And Gaborik Decker, who had one returned on him last week. This one gets muffed down at the 10-yard line, scooped up by the Spartans, and returned into the end zone for a touchdown. Umberhagen with the fumble pickup. And just like that, on the opening kickoff last week, the Spartans were down a touchdown as they had a kickoff return for a touchdown by Regis Jesuit. This time they score a touchdown on the muff punt. And the extra point by Decker is up and good. So 9 seconds into the ball game, and the Spartans are on top by the score of 7-0. Not exactly the spark that Eric Gossage was looking for, the head coach of Liberty, after they got blanked last week by Battle Mountain. But they'll tee it up, and we'll go at it again. And we've got a whistle stopping this one. And that should be offsides on the Doherty Spartans, so they'll back up 5 and kick it away. William Winters, one of the 2 men deep for Liberty. This time, the kick will come from the 40-yard line. Checked at the 35-yard line. Decker kicking it in the direction of Winters. This time, Winters fields it clean at the 15-yard line. And he is going to be upended across the 20, just shy of the 30. So return of 14 yards. And the Liberty Lancers offense . And a change. Mustafa Doria, the new quarterback for the Liberty Lancers, his first start at quarterback for the senior. And he is going to keep keep it and get back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 for the Lancers. Bryson Williams in the backfield. Give it to Williams around the left-hand side. He's going to lose a couple back to the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 12. Going up against the defensive front for the Spartans of Chris Dwyer, Jared Bilstein, and Tyshawn Kennedy. And pass out into the flats intended for Bryson Williams is going to be a little bit high, and that's going to bring up 4th and 12. Tate Bynum with the kick, and it will be out of bounds. Short in front of the Liberty bench. In Liberty territory at the 48-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 for the Spartans from there. Caden Becker, quarterback. Dylan Mercer, the tailback. Fake it to Mercer. This ball batted up in the air on the charge. That was either Brandon Keogh or the streaking Harrison Bliss, the linebacker, getting their hands up and batting that one down. It will be 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. 2 receivers to the left. Fake it to Mercer. Becker trying to get away. Does elude a couple of tackles and gets out ahead. Flag flies in the backfield as Becker streaks towards the end zone, but this one will be coming back. 2 flags on the play, usually in the place of holding. Also, personal foul blindside block is the official call. So this is going to back the Spartans all the way up to the 40-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 22. Fake it to Mercer, throw the in route. It's complete up to the 45-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. Umberhagen with the reception for the Spartans. And Cade Umberhagen, the leading receiver. 2 weeks ago against Pine Creek, had 9 catches for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns in the loss. 2 by 2 on the formation, and the Lancers come across. That'll move it forward, make it 3rd and 12. Just underway in the first quarter, and the Spartans up 7-0. This is actually their first possession. And they face 3rd and 12. Becker back, throwing down the seam to Umberhagen. It's complete. Tackle out there by Trujillo. But that's going to be a first down all the way down to the 22-yard line. Just a seam route run by Umberhagen on the right-hand side. Now 3 receivers to the right, 3 by 1. Give it to Mercer. Big hole up the middle. And the big junior is rumbling down inside the 5 before he's brought down again by Trujillo. Doherty now going into the hurry-up. First and goal, Doherty. Ball looks to be at the 4-yard line. Give it to Mercer again. Mercer's going to throw the big body up in there and get down close to the goal line. It will be second and goal from inside the 1-yard line. Jake Parsick in on the tackle for the Lancers. So this change of tempo by the Spartans has Liberty on their heels a little bit. Give it to Mercer. Mercer's going to leap forward on the right-hand side. Second effort. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Dylan Mercer. That's only his second touchdown of the year for the 6'2", 190-pound junior tailback. Gaborik Decker on for the extra point once again. 13-0 at 8:29. Pressure coming from Liberty, but the kick will be up and good. And Doherty at 8:29 of the first quarter takes the 2-touchdown lead. Winters and Bliss deep for Liberty to receive this kickoff. Kickoff down the left side, takes a high bounce about the 20. Scooped up by Winters, brought to the near side. And Winters is going to go down, marked at the 14-yard line. So Doherty with the 3 kickoffs has a touchdown, and they have pinned Liberty deep back twice. Chilly night here at Gary Berry Stadium. You can see the flag in the upper corner on the east side. If you're watching on the YouTube channel for the Doherty Spartans, you've got the best seat in the house. Change at quarterback for Liberty. This is Brown. He'll hand it off to Williams. And Williams will be off the left side. Alex Brown, the sophomore, in at quarterback. Brown came in. Brown and Mustafa playing for the injured junior Aiden Swanson, who took quite the beating and got knocked out in the second quarter last week against Battle Mountain. He's down in street clothes tonight. So it will be Brown. Brown's going to give it straight up the middle. And little to no gain. Ball at the 20. It's going to be, or spotted at the 15, my apologies. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Lancers. Bryson Williams, 3 touchdowns on the year for the 5'9", 195-pound junior tailback. Has 3 games over 100 yards this year. Cheyenne, Mountain, Widefield, and Thornton. Yet to get on court tonight. Brown with some escape and run. And he's going to be out at the sticks for the first down. See who made the tackle for the Spartans. Looks to be Javon Young. So the first down for Liberty Comes 6:54 of the first. Liberty crowd immediately below us, cheering on their team, two touchdowns down. Give a fullback, it's going to be a keep for Mustafa. Design quarterback sweep. It's going to be out to the 26-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2, bring up 2nd and 8. They brought Brady Applegarth, the senior, into the backfield to lead that sweep. Mustafa back in there, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Give it up the middle to Williams. Williams tries the left side, and he will be smothered by a good swarming defense. Tyler O'Neill for the Spartans. Maybe gain of a half yard. Let's call it 3rd and 7. Liberty needs the 34 for the first down. Mustafa in at quarterback. Williams behind him. Quarterback keeper on the around the right-hand side. Mustafa is still fighting. Good second effort, but he will be shy of the first down. Going to be 4th and 3 for Liberty. Joey Strumbo with the tackle, the junior for the Spartans. Punt formation for the Lancers. And a low line drive kick away takes a good Liberty bounce. It will settle at the 41-yard line. And Doherty will have it for their second possession from that point.
Hey, stop waiting for an invitation to hit somebody. Go get them.
Mercer with the give straight up the middle. Breaking tackles, and he's down the right sideline. And into the end zone. That will be a 59-yard touchdown run. Spartans up 20-0 on the Dylan Mercer 59-yard touchdown. Just his 3rd on the year. Gaborik Decker on for the extra point. And it is up and good. So surprising tally with 4:21 to go here in the first quarter. Spartans have scored on both of their offensive possessions and on special teams. And they lead 21-0 on the 59-yard jaunt by Mercer.
Let's play it again, fellas.
Liberty is, Doherty has been on the wrong side of some lopsided scores tonight, or this season. Tonight they are on the right side of the lopsided score. Decker again kicking in the direction of Winters. He fields it clean. And a nice nice hole right up the middle of the field. And he'll be out across the 30-yard line. Check that was not Winters for Liberty. That was Braden Haar, the junior.
Good drive. Let's go, Lancers. Let's go, Liberty.
Under center, that is Brown. He'll hand off to Williams. And Williams will dive out to the 35-yard line. Gain of about 3.
Hey, drive your block. Liberty. Let's go, Lancers. Drive your blocks. Let's go, Lancers.
Receiver each side, double tight formation now. Give it up the middle. Bryson Williams with a short gain. Ahead to the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Lancers.
Tight end set works. Drive your block.
Pitch to the outside for Williams. And Williams is unable to get away. After pounding it straight up the middle, they try to go to the outside. Spartans not having of it. Kyle Hayden, the J linebacker, in there on the tackle. 4th and 4 punt formation for the Lancers again.
Put your foot in it.
This takes a Liberty bounce. Javon Young, the sophomore, just runs away from it smartly for Doherty as he was going to be unable to settle under that. And the Spartans will start at the 25-yard line. 3 possessions for the Lancers. And that is their 3rd punt.
One big stop away.
This pass out intended for the freshman for the Spartans. And sails a little bit too high, heading for Solomon Latimer. 6'2", 160-pound senior. He's really come on in the last couple games. All 6 of his catches have come against Douglas County and Regis Jesuit last week. Straight up the middle and a big hole off the right-hand side. Missed tackles. Gain of 30 on the play for the Spartans. Marquez Herrera, the sophomore, with the carry. That pass intended for Latimer is a little bit too high. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Becker is just a sophomore. Dylan Mercer, the tailback, is a junior. And Latimer is just a freshman, so they should be back for the Spartans next year. A good trio to build around. Herrera with the carry again. He'll get ahead for about 7 yards. Umberhagen and Eggleston to the right of the formation. And Herrera carries to the 35-yard line. That's going to be close to a 1st down. And it was just signaled that it was, so Herrera needed 3 and got 3. And the Spartans moved the chains.
Come on, defense, let's hold them. Let's go, dude. Hold them, D.
Oh, that pass intended for the freshman Latimer again, just a little bit too far out in front from Caden Becker. Quick slant route, and Latimer had some room to run if he could make that catch. Becker's got to dial that back in just a little bit on his delivery. Mercer back in, fake it to him, out into the flat to Herrera. Herrera ducks back underneath, but Bryson Williams is there for the tackle. Got an assist from Trujillo on the tackle. Gain of 6. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Spartans. 1 minute to go in the first quarter with the Spartans on top. Give it to Mercer off the left-hand side. He'll be inside the 25, and that should be enough for the first down. Picked up 5. Approaching 30 seconds. This could be the last play of the first quarter. In the pistol, hand it to Herrera. Herrera's going to go nowhere. Sniffing out the jet sweep and making the tackle. For the Lancers, that was Nick Parsons. And that is the end of the first quarter. And for the Doherty Spartans, a good one. They lead by 3 touchdowns and the score of 21-0.
What makes Colorado Springs School District 11 the standout choice for excellence in education? Some may say it's a dedicated and talented staff who are devoted to the educational learning of our students. Others may say it's the award-winning learning options available to all students, no matter their grade level. Whether it's online, hybrid, or in-person learning, D11 welcomes all learners to achieve excellence through diversity. Serving the unique needs of all students, we dare to empower our students to profoundly impact our world, and we stand ready to inspire every mind.
The COVID era has provided many challenges for traditional education. However, challenges provide an opportunity for our students, families, staff, and community members to grow and strengthen our district. Be part of a community conversation on November 19th on the district's Facebook page as we present Beyond the Mask, a trust-building and listening tour. On November 19th from Coronado High School, listen to...
And back underway. Home run ball for the Spartans and into the end zone for the touchdown. That is Cade Unberhagen just running the deep, skinny post. And Caden Becker able to find him. For Becker, that is the 3rd passing touchdown to go with 5 interceptions on the season. And the Spartans lead just inside the start of the second quarter, 27-0. And Decker perfect again with the 4 extra points tonight. Decker now 16 of 16 on the year with extra points. So this week 6 gets that much sweeter for the Spartans. Touchdowns from Unberhagen, or 2 from Unberhagen, 2 from Mercer. And the driving kick, this one is going to go out of bounds on Decker, so flag will fly. Let's see if Liberty chooses to take it at the 35 or has Doherty re-kick it. And they choose to re-kick, looking for that big return. So moving up to the 10-yard line now. This kick by Decker comes down and taken at the 11. Reversing field and almost getting away. Luis Alamo with the return for the Lancers. Return of 23 for Alamo. Alamo is 6 foot, 140-pound senior wide receiver. Liberty spreads it out again. Brown empty backfield, 3 by 2. Looking. Now fires deep left side over towards the middle. And Winters was the intended receiver. And a little too tall for the 6'1 junior. Second and 10 for the Lancers, who have been unable to get the offense cranked up. The running game going nowhere, so it's tough to get the play action going. Bryson Williams comes to the right of the formation, trips receivers to that right side. Brown in trouble, is going to dump it off, and Sean Swartz unable to make the catch about the 38-yard line. 3rd and 10. Three-man front for the Spartans, trips left the formation. Brown gets it, finds a little seam opening, throws it out there, intended for Trujillo, and a little bit too far in front, so it'll be 4th and 10, a 3 and out for the Lancers. And for the Lancers, you can tell they are missing their starting quarterback, Aiden Swanson, who's down in street clothes after taking a beating against Battle Mountain last week. Kick is away and taken on the flag on the play was for advancing after a fair catch signal on the Spartans. Javon Young saw traffic coming, then ran away from the bounce, then scooped it up to run with it. Now the question is, did he give a proper fair catch signal? this will back Spartans up 5 yards. Set the ball at the 15. Two in the backfield, gonna throw the home run ball to this side and into the hands of the freshman Latimer. And you So taking the shot, it was in the hands of Solomon Latimer. The freshman unable to make the play. Now the handoff off the right-hand side and a good run, picking up 8 yards. Now the carry off the right-hand side. Herrera now subbing in for Mercer. 2 carries and picks up the first down. Check that, not Herrera. Dwayne Savage with the carry. Spartans with some early substitutions thanks to this 28-0 lead with 10:38 left to go in the second quarter. Nights like these that are really fun for the guys deep in the bench because they get some playing time after what had been a pretty rough season for the Spartans.
Do your job, boys. One player at a time. Let's go. Go defense. Hold the D.
Fake it to Savage, throw it to Latimer. Latimer makes the catch this time. Trying to break away, gets almost to midfield, out to the 47. Pitch and catch good for 17 yards. Showing great confidence in the young freshman. Winters drawing the coverage for Liberty. Now the rollout and the throw incomplete to a wide open receiver.
Let's go, Nick.
That is Connor Eggleton, the intended receiver, 2nd and 10 now. Rollbecker out again, throwing it deep. This is for Unberhagen. He's got the catch inside the 20-yard line. Let's see where they officially spot him. They'll spot him at the 14, and we have a flag back in the offensive backfield at the 47-yard line. Illegal man downfield, the call on the Spartans, so wipe out the play. It was a 39-yard pitch and catch, but took a little bit too long to develop, and somebody who wasn't supposed to got a little far downfield. 5-yard penalty, repeat, 2nd down, 2nd and 15. Quick toss out to Unberhagen this time. Just a lot of wide receiver screen. Unberhagen still fighting, and he'll be across midfield down to the 47-yard line. Setting up a 3rd and 4 for the Spartans. Two receivers right, Latimer to the left. Give it to Mercer. Mercer tripped as he got the handoff. He's going to fall forward for just about a yard. That's going to make it 4th and 3 for the Spartans. Offense stays on the field for Dwight Hale. Fake the jet sweep, and Becker's going to keep it going straight up the middle, and he'll be ahead for the first down to the 41-yard line. First down, Spartans 8:54 until the half. Already leading 28-0. This is Herrera with the carry. And he's going to fight his way forward. Joe Shaver with the tackle for Liberty. And Jake Parsick getting off the bottom of the pile too. Gain of 3, going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Spartans.
Good hits in there, bud.
And streaking down the right-hand side, the easy pitch and catch. Connor Eggleton with the touchdown. That is his first touchdown of the season for the 5'6" junior. And he increases the lead to 34-0 in favor of the Doherty Spartans.
Good job, Connor. Block it, D.
The extra point is up and good by Decker. 35-0. We still got 7:55 to play before halftime here at Gary Berry Stadium in this Week 6 matchup.
Come on, Lancers. Hey, catch your breath, but don't you quit. Let's go, boys. Go defense. Let's see that, buddy.
Alamo and Caleb Bullard back for the Lancers. They'll stand at the 10. Decker sets it at the 40 near hash for the kickoff.
All right, Lancers, let's go, boys. Let's go, Liberty.
This one's going to stay in bounds, hopping at the 5, circling all the way across the field was Alamo.
Come on, guys.
Check, yeah, it was Alamo. And he'll return it out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
So a return of about 14 yards.
Lancers.
Mustafa on in at quarterback again. They've been rotating Brown and Mustafa. Spread the formation, 3 receivers right,
Go, 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 go.
and a keeper to the left for Mustafa. And he'll be ahead for a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4. And there's no read option there, as nobody was in the backfield. It was just straight quarterback keep, trying to make something happen in this running game for Liberty.
Go, Lancers.
Swartz checks in with the play for the Lancers.
Go, Liberty.
This time Williams will stay in the backfield. in the give, and Williams is going to find a quick seam. And he's going to be close to the first down, about the 28-yard line. So 3rd and inches for Liberty. Mustafa give it to Williams. Williams hit in the defensive backfield. Great second effort running. I think he's going to be ahead to the 29 for the first down, and he is. So that is the first time the Liberty crowd below us have had a chance to cheer for the Liberty first down in a couple of drives. Midway through quarter number 2 here, Doherty on top, 35-0. And the jet sweep's going to go for a loss of about 4. With the carry was Tate Bynum, the junior. He'll be trapped at the 25-yard line. Two receivers right, two receivers left. Mustafa with the keeper. Cuts back to the middle. The best run of the night. And the ball on the ground. Fight for it. Doherty says they've got it. Mustafa got hit from behind. And the Spartans come away with it. On the fumble, Rory Brown, the free safety, on top of the ball. I didn't see who made the hit. But after the best offensive play of the night for the Lancers on the keeper by Doria, it ends up in a turnover. Spartans take over at midfield. 5:11 left to go before half. Herrera cuts it back into the middle. And carrying Lancers all the way down to the 10-yard line, 40-yard carry. Aiden Swinor hanging on for dear life for about the last 7 yards. And timeout taken. Timeout Liberty. Eric Gossage wants to talk to his defense, as they have been decimated here in the first half. Spartans have had the ball 4 times on offense and scored each and every time. Herrera, no carries coming into the game, but he's having quite the night tonight for the Spartans, as the Spartans look to pour it on and create that 40-point margin that creates the running clock. Unberhagen to the left of the formation. Move Latimer to the right. Now bring Latimer in motion. Jet sweep to the freshman. Cuts it back at the 10, and he will be driven out about the 2-yard line. Gain of 8 on the reverse for Solomon Latimer. And That is his first carry of the year. Good for 8 yards.
Go defense.
Setting Doherty up at the 2, 1st and goal.
Hey, get fired up out there. Go get the stop. Let's stop him, D.
Herrera in the backfield. Eggleton and Umberhagen to the right of the formation. Latimer left. Whistle on the play, but Herrera's into the end zone for the touchdown. And that makes it 41-0, and we have a running clock here in week 6. Herrera's first touchdown of the year. The extra point by Decker is good. 4:19 of quarter number 2, and the Spartans on top by the score of 42-0.
Come on, Lancers.
This is week 6 of this COVID-shortened season for Colorado high school football. So the last regular season game next week, these teams will have fill-in games. Neither of them will make the playoff field, as it is shrunk from 16 down to just 8. And we found out just the other day that the facility at the Thunderdome at Colorado State University Pueblo will host all 7 classifications over 3 days. That coming up in a couple of weeks to host the championships. But just 8-team playoffs, and they will start next week. And the teams not making the playoffs will be paired up for action. The Spartans know their opponent will be Overland, as the Blazers will come to Gary Berry Stadium. This return out to the 25-yard line, or just shy of it. Umberhagen with the tackle, and Alamo with the return. 2:39 before the half.
Let's go, Lancers.
Brown now back in at quarterback. Looking to pass, and he'll fire near side. And the catch is made by Trujillo. Out at the 33-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 9. So Brown and Trujillo hooking up. Trujillo, the 6'2" junior, 180 pounds. So youth is paying the price this year for both of these teams, but they'll have the seasoning next year when we hopefully get back to a normal 10-game season. Brown back in, throwing down the seam. Incomplete, but a flag flies. Winters was the intended receiver. And this will be interference on the Spartans. Carter Furbush in coverage. Check that, that was Brody Rainey into the ball game now for the Spartans on defense. But a first down for the Lancers, the first time they've gone back-to-back first downs in a couple of possessions. Inside of 1 minute before the half, got to step it up if they're going to try to get a score on the board. Brown back, looking across the middle. This one popped in the air. Doria, the intended receiver, but it will be incomplete, and that Stops the clock on the timeout for the Liberty Lancers. Number 2 for the Lancers, 36.7 seconds to go. Doherty, the intended receiver, sandwiched between two Spartans. And it falls incomplete. Second and 10, 39 seconds left. Swing it out into the flat to Williams. And Williams is going to be brought down after a short gain. Bilstein on the tackle. Gain of 5 is going to bring up, well, gain of 4, bring up 3rd and 6. Timeout Liberty, their 3rd and final. 23.3 left on the clock. Scores, timeouts, and injuries, the only thing that will stop the clock the rest of the way. Liberty trying to get some momentum going into the half. Trying to take something positive into the locker room on this half.
Let's go, Liberty. Let's go defense.
Brown back, now he tucks it in trying to keep it, and he's going to get brought down by his shoelace. Short of the first down. Tyshawn Kennedy, the 5'11 senior for the Spartans. That's going to make it 4th and 4. And that is the end of the half. We go to half at Gary Berry Stadium with the score Doherty 42 and Liberty nothing.
The COVID era has provided many challenges for traditional education. However, challenges provide an opportunity for our students, families, staff, and community members to grow and strengthen our district. Be part of a community conversation on November 19th on the district's Facebook page as we present Beyond the Mask, a trust building and listening tour. On November 19th from Coronado High School, listen to panelists, answer questions covering the topic moving the district forward during the pandemic. Please visit www.d11.org to see a list of all events, times, and to complete a questionnaire form before each event. We hope you will join us.
What makes Colorado Springs School District 11 the standout choice for excellence in education? Some may say it's a dedicated and talented staff who are devoted to the educational learning of our students. Others may say it's the award-winning learning options available to all students, no matter their grade level. Whether it's online, hybrid, or in-person learning, D11 welcomes all learners to achieve excellence through diversity. Serving the unique needs of all students, we dare to empower our students to profoundly impact our world, and we stand ready to inspire every mind. There was a time not long ago, District 11 Media Production Services would roll their production truck to Gary Berry Stadium or to your high school gym and produce varsity sports. This team of dedicated staff members supervised student volunteers who were gaining hands-on experience producing high-quality televised events to the joy of family and friends and the community. But the technology being used was aging and also required a tremendous amount of manpower, making it difficult to cover all the sporting events involved in the school's many teams. Schools and their fans had to settle for the rationing of coverage, which did not sit well. Something had to give. Then the district found new technology that would restore the previous coverage and would allow for the expansion of the number of events that each school could produce. This new technology would empower student involvement in the planning and execution of the game broadcast like never before, highlighted by taking over the roles of producer, play-by-play announcer, and color analyst. All that is left is a recruiting and organizing of the student producers and announcers. You. Yeah, you! The search is on for high school students, freshmen all the way up to seniors, who are looking for a new challenge. Students who envision a future where they will need sharp public speaking skills, or those who dream of being in the broadcast industry, and even those students who just like to talk. Does this sound like you? Are you ready to make the commitment to become the voice of your school's athletic teams? Contact me, Barry Reed, D11 broadcast announcer, to get more information. barry.reed@d11.org or my phone 520-2269.
So morning meeting is basically, so we come in, we go to the gym, we sit in our grade levels, and then when we talk with our friends for a while, students can sign up to do a specific job. And so one student does good things, another does lunch, one helps with the Pledge of Allegiance. After we do the Pledge of Allegiance, we start to go to our classrooms.
Good things looks like, first we start to get a little small stuffed animal. It's a Snoopy and a pumpkin, and we get to throw it around, and we say, does anybody have a good thing? And we throw it around.
Tell me something good.
My good thing is that today I got to go with my parents to Skate City.
My good thing is that yesterday I went to karate.
We interviewed a lot of schools before we came here, and I just was amazed at how much it mattered. The positivity of kids' experience and the support structures, and not thinking of kids as good and bad, but giving them a chance to grow. And that's what Capturing Kids' Heart has done for the school and for the kids.
Good morning, Anderson.
Well, a social contract is the teacher prints out a little piece of papers, and we get to answer them, like, how do you want to be treated? And we write our names on top to show that we are going to promise that, and we are going to try to be as much as possible and try to show all of that to everyone in the whole community.
I enjoy being a social contract reader because when guests come in, I get to shake their hand and know their name and get to know them a little bit better, and I get to show them what we do around the classroom and how we do it, and we just do a bunch of stuff around the classroom.
A launch is the teacher at the end of the day, she gives us a high five, and she says, if it's Friday, she says, have a great week, but if it's just Tuesday, she says, have a great day.
Is your student lost in the world of education? Not really liking school? Achieve Online is a place for them. School for grades 6 through 12. And we strive first to build relationships, which in turn builds academics. We are unique and different from any other school. Flexible online and blended learning for students anywhere in Colorado. Take the next step and enroll today.
My journey to become a school counselor started a long time ago. I want to thank my parents, actually, for having me. I mean, that sounds kind of weird, but my mom always reminds me of that on my birthday, of course. I thank them for setting a foundation for me, for really caring about people. I know they lived their lives as my dad was a teacher. I actually had him as a 9th grade science teacher. My mom was a music teacher. She tried to teach me piano lessons, but I wasn't a really good student. But both their examples and the work that they did in the schools, at church, really set that foundation for me to be just like that. 28 years ago, I started off here in District 11 at Mark Twain Elementary as a 6th grade teacher. And that year was pivotal for me to learn how to be an effective teacher. And really what that came down to was finding my heart and speaking from my heart. And I believe I learned a lot of that from Mr. Rogers. If you think about it, Mr. Rogers says, I like you just the way you are. And all these people in my life liked me just the way I was. I didn't have to pretend. I was just who I am.
So Tim Garland, to me, is an amazing counselor. He understands what it takes to be successful in this business, and he puts his heart and soul in everything that he does. And so I know that, anytime Tim meets with a kid, he gets to know them at an exceptionally deep level, and he cares more about those kids than I would have known was possible, honestly. Tim's just an amazing counselor that way.
He has a very complete vision of what school counseling is, and he sees his role to be truly the student support in all facets of whatever that student needs. He spends a lot of time working with the kids on their non-classroom concerns so that they can be successful in the classroom.
He inspires us every day to take a deeper look about how we are working with students and how we are working with students with mental health needs. He makes sure that we, as a school, are looking at bringing in the best resources.
If I care about that one person right now, there's something behind that. And I see this hurt. I see it in their heart. I see it in their eyes. And the light that goes on, the spark that is lit in their eye when I take time to call them by name, to give them a handshake, a smile, to play their favorite music, to go for a walk around the school, to take that time that I'm really caring about them has inspired them to turn their whole thing around.
He epitomizes heart, caring, just wanting to do right by Doherty High School and by the kids we serve. He's always willing to jump in, be it through our AVID program. We're working with the Card Education Initiative on their suicide prevention network, and just the work that he's done to bring suicide to the forefront. I mean, he won't stop. It's going to happen, and that's really what he's done, is he's pushed so hard.
I'm the district counseling chair. Started 6 years ago, and before that time, or at that time, we didn't have leadership in the district office, central office. So I was the liaison between the school counselors and the district. Did some professional developments on mental health, on developing why do we do school counseling, and a lot of things of that nature, and really inspiring counselors. Since then, we have leadership. We have Valerie and Corey and others who are leading our way. So I'm the Colorado School Counselor Association Region 12 representative. So I'm representing all the counselors in El Paso and Teller County, and that's quite an honor. One of the new things that happened this year was we have a counseling leadership cohort, and this is super exciting. We have a group of counselors in the district who are meeting together on a monthly basis. Yes, we drink coffee, lots of it, and we need that camaraderie to talk about planning, talk about what we're doing, talk about this profession, and like I said, elevating this profession.
Even though Tim has a huge workload and a lot of things going on and a lot of things on his plate, Tim will kind of forget about that, and he will take the time to work with the student and take the time to make sure that that student feels cared about, to make sure that that student feels heard and listened to.
I could tell you many, many stories of the impact that not only I believe I've had on students, but really their impact is on me. And not only them, but my colleagues. And we have a lot of great counselors in District 11, a lot of super counselors who are really caring from their hearts. They're going out of their way to really go the distance for students, to care for them, to help them with their social and emotional development, their academic future planning, everything. So we do a really good job in District 11 about educating the whole child.
Nestled in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains at the base of Pikes Peak is Colorado Springs, home to 5 military installations, the Olympic Training Center, many thriving colleges, fine arts venues, and School District 11, who created specialized education for gifted learners in the 1950s. At Colorado Springs School District 11, our gifted students become the creators, problem solvers, and innovators of tomorrow. District 11 is the largest school district in Colorado Springs, providing families with many different, personalized gifted options. Given the choice of program options and opportunities that District 11 schools provide, there is a perfect fit for every gifted, talented, and high-achieving learner in the Pikes Peak region. We offer successful, safe, and purposeful learning experiences. We have qualified staff that recognizes exceptionality in academic and talent areas, identifying students as young as kindergarten. K-12 programming includes Gifted Magnet, International Baccalaureate, Montessori, Accelerated and Honors options, a career and technical track, and Junior ROTC, just to name a few. We believe that gifted students need an outlet to express their creativity and to collaborate with other like-minded learners. When gifted students are not satisfied with what they're learning, they lose creativity that could potentially solve problems and change the world. An identified gifted student expressed learning this way.
Gifted classes give students like me who think differently a way to learn that fits our brain.
Gifted has no boundaries in Colorado Springs School District 11. To find out more about all we offer gifted students, visit us at www.d11.org/GT.
You are the Colorado Samsung Sell for Tomorrow winners.
In Colorado, we tend to have a lot of hail, so we thought that that would be a really good thing to help out with the community. Our project is a very cost-efficient way to help protect your car, and you don't have to pay a lot of money for it.
We're using a bunch of Newton's laws: force, gravity, drag. We're determining velocity, wind, water, and a lot of other elements.
The research that we're doing is we've looked at a lot of insurance companies to see how much people are paying to get their cars fixed for having so much hail damage.
The prize money that we are receiving already from Samsung, and hopefully more, will absolutely help the students here at West to replace and to add on to our current technology needs.
Not everybody can be on a computer at once. Sometimes everybody has to share, which isn't always the best, depending on what you have to do on the laptops.
Some of our technology is a little outdated and slower, and definitely in comparison to today's standards.
I have never really been part of something this crazy.
This is actually the second year that we've participated. The contest has been in place for 10 years. We chose to be involved last year. We had about 30 students involved there, and we were state winners. And this year, we decided we wanted to give a different opportunity, so all of the students are different from last year, and we ended up being state winners again 2 years in a row.
Usually whenever you get an opportunity like this, it isn't one that you would get every single time. So I think it's a very fun opportunity that could potentially open up a bunch of gates, somewhat more metaphorically, that could possibly help me and everybody else here in our future.
So these students are students who have chosen to go above and beyond and do something beyond the classroom, and because they really wanted to do something special and unique that would basically help and support their community and their school and add to their experiences here at West Middle School.
What makes Colorado Springs School District 11 the standout choice for excellence in education? Some may say it's a dedicated and talented staff who are devoted to the educational learning of our students. Others may say it's the award-winning learning options available to all students, no matter their grade level. Whether it's online, hybrid, or in-person learning, D11 welcomes all learners to achieve excellence through diversity. Serving the unique needs of all students, we dare to empower our students to profoundly impact our world, and we stand ready to inspire every mind.
And back to Gary Berry Stadium, where we are about to start the second half of this Week 6 action between the Liberty Lancers and the Doherty Spartans. Spartans with a great first half, and it started within the first 10 seconds of the quarter as a muffed kickoff by Liberty ended up in a return for a touchdown by the Spartans at 11:51 and a 7-0 score. And then the Spartans got their offense going, and they cranked it up with Dylan Mercer. And the big junior had 2 touchdowns, one from a yard out, one from 59 yards out, to make the score 21-0, his second and third touchdowns of the year. And then keeping it going just 6 seconds into the second quarter, Caden Becker found Cade Unberhagen down the right sideline for the touchdown to make it 28-0. Then Becker got it going again to Eggleton from 41 yards out. Connor Eggleton with his first touchdown of the year from, 41 yards out. The third and fourth touchdowns for Becker in the air, and then Herrera got into the action with a 1-yard touchdown run with 4:19 left to go in the second quarter. And that started things on the running clock venue, 42-0 in favor of the Doherty Spartans. Doherty to receive here to start the second half.
Let's go, Liberty. Play it hard. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Good kick, good kick.
Kick is muffed inside the 10 by Eggleton, but finding some running room around the right-hand side and out close to the 30-yard line. There are flags down, 3 of them, about the 40-yard line.
Come on, keep it classy, Doherty.
The officials huddle at the 40-yard line on the south side of the field. Doherty will be moving to start the second half, south to north. Take a look at the flags, and you can see a north wind blowing pretty briskly here. So if Doherty chooses to throw it all, they will be working into that wind. Some of the crowd here at Gary Berry Stadium on the home side for the Doherty Spartans. Properly spaced for the COVID restrictions. And the conversation still continues. So 3 personal fouls on the play. The first one on the Lancers, and then a retaliation foul by the Spartans. That was during the kick. And then after the kick, there is a personal foul on Liberty. So we will re-kick this ball after they move the kickoff spot back to the 25-yard line. So things getting a little chippy here. Bynum puts a foot into it. It comes down at the 20-yard line. And the tackle by Tate Bynum. But the return out to the 50-yard line, return of 30. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Hey, let's go, 71.
Change at quarterback, Tony Daniels is in for the Spartans. Daniels in limited duty, 5 of 9 for 82 yards and touchdown and interception. Rushed 3 times for -8 yards. He'll have 3 receivers to the right. This is Mercer. And a change in the Doherty backfield as well. Kevin Harris, the junior, with the carry.
Hey, sprint to the ball, defense. Let's go.
So Harris in for Mercer to start the second half here. And Daniels in for Becker. 2 receivers to the right. Fake it to Harris and the keeper. And Daniels is ahead inside the 30 for the first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line. Next Thursday night, the Spartans will take on the Overland Blazers, who will come in for the Week 7 fill-in game. That'll be available on the Spartans YouTube channel, just as tonight is. Harris with the give again. Tries the left-hand side. And he'll be ahead for a gain of 3 down to the 26-yard line, 2nd and 7. And for those of you enjoying this on YouTube, thank you so much for the tune in. And if you've been with us all season long, thank you so much for the tune in.
Let's go, defense.
District 11 has been hosting the teams except Air Academy from District 20 all year long. So we have had the Lancers on their YouTube channel in games, and the Spartans, Marauders, Terrors, and Cougars. And speaking of the Cougars, we have got Coronado and Whitefield. Flag flies, delay of game, a little bit too much time taken by the Spartans. That'll cost them 5, bring up a 2nd and 12. But the Whitefield Coronado game tomorrow will be on the Coronado Cougars Coronado_CSSD11 YouTube channel. And one of the beauties of the YouTube channel is they stay there, so you can go back and watch them again for all the highlights. Ball on the ground on the jet sweep. And it looks like Liberty might have capitalized on the first mistake by the Spartans, and they do. So Doherty with the backup offense in with a 42-point lead. They see it turn over. Fumble by Josh Roberts, the senior. And Liberty will take over at their own 34-yard line with 4:26 and counting in the third quarter. Brown in at quarterback, handed off to Bryson Williams, and Williams with a strong run across the 40 gain of 7. It will bring up a 2nd and 3.
Keep popping them, Ron. Hey, let's go, O-line. Boy. Put your hand on it.
Winters to the bottom of your screen, Alamo to the top of your screen. Confusion for Brown. He'll just tuck it up and run back to the line of scrimmage, actually gain a yard. Bring up 3rd and 2 on the gain of 1.
Let's go, baby!
Brown with the give, and great penetration by the Spartans. That's going to be about a 4-yard loss. With the carry, Kyle Carroll will get dropped back. It will be 4th and 7 on the loss of 5. And timeout called by see who took the timeout. I didn't see. 2:34 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Doherty 42, Liberty nothing. Liberty facing a 4th and 7. And it was a Liberty timeout called by Eric Gossage. And looking out there, Doherty still looks to have most of the first-team offense. Levi Brook is out there. Kyle Hayden and Tyshawn Kennedy were out there.
Contact every time. You got it.
Tate Bynum, Byram.
Hey, no jogging. You better sprint.
Low snap, but good kick away. Away from the intended receiver. And in the end zone, trying to bring it out, makes the escape. And Shaver is there to bring him down with some help. Almost disaster for the Spartans. Brody Rainey, the senior, almost dropped for the safety. And he puts his offense in a huge hole now. All the way back at the 5-yard line. If you've got your youngsters in on offense, this is the last thing you want to do is have a special teams miscue that sets them back in a hole. Daniels with the give off the right-hand side. Short gain out to the 8, it appears. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Hey, go get him in the backfield. Let's go.
Inside of a minute here in the 3rd quarter. Doherty facing a 2nd and 7. And the right side of that Doherty line just pushing the pile out across the 10-yard line. And timeout taken. Injury timeout as one of the Lancers are down in the middle of the pile. Clock stops with 33.5 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and the teams will retreat to their sidelines as the trainers are out. And can't read the number from that position. But a dominating night for the Spartans, and a chance for Dwight Hale to get some quality playing time for his younger players. That is Jake Parsick, the defensive end, getting help off. The good news for Parsick is he is able to put some weight on that knee and ankle. Spartans face a 3rd and 6. And the officials have started the clock. We are going to go ahead and go to the quarter break without another play being run. So the third quarter has ended with no change in the score. The Spartans 42 and the Lancers nothing here in week 6 at Gary Berry Stadium.
The COVID era has provided many challenges for traditional education. However, challenges provide an opportunity for our students, families, staff, and community members to grow and strengthen our district. Be part of a community conversation on November 19th on the district's Facebook page as we present Beyond the Mask, a trust building and listening tour. On November 19th from Coronado High School, listen to panelists, answer questions covering the topic moving the district forward during the pandemic. Please visit www.d11.org to see a list of all events, times, and to complete a questionnaire form before each event. We hope you will join us.
So back at Gary Berry Stadium, about to start the fourth quarter. The first snap will start the clock. And back out intended for Latimer. The pass from Tony Daniels a little high and wide.
That could be you, man. You got a spoon in there.
Fourth and 6 now for the Spartans. They will send out the punt team. So Liberty able to take advantage of the good coverage on the Spartans punt, pinning them deep.
Pepperoni pizza, go get it.
Tate Bynum back stands at his 50. Unberhagen stands 3 yards deep in his own end zone. Low snap pressure coming from Liberty. Unberhagen able to get it away. Picked up by Bynum on the bounce and advanced into Doherty field position.
Hey, when you get hit out of bounds, that's a flag.
Ball will be spotted at the 48-yard line. Or 38-yard line, my apologies.
Hey, let's go. Let him play, Russ. We wasted 5 minutes last week.
So, personal foul penalty called on the Spartans. I did not see the flag on the field. But that's 15 for the Lancers, and that will move them inside the 25 to the 23. Swartz late into the game for Liberty. He'll line up in the right slot. Handoff straight up the middle, and that is going to run into the brick wall for Doherty. That is Mikey Smith, a sophomore, in on the tackle. Brady Applegarth, the senior, with the carry. Loss of 1. 8:39 and counting. Second and 11 for the Lancers.
Push a hole in there, push a hole.
Brown back and looking for the deep shot, almost intercepted as the ball was a little bit short. Alamo was the intended receiver. And just missing out on the interception, one of the Spartans. Kennedy had the chance at the interception for Doherty. Out into the flat and incomplete, knocked away. Pass was intended for Trujillo. So now 4th and 11 for Liberty.
Hey, you gotta hold your blood, blindside.
Isaiah Johnson, the senior, out there in coverage on that last play. Brown back and coming to the near side. This one's going to be intercepted at the goal line. Again going for Alamo. And the pick is made by the Spartans. Javon Young. You've got a flag on the near side at the 20. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Spartans. Half the distance to the goal. So wipe out the 20-yard return. Keaston Bazzi, the junior, drawing the penalty after the interception. 5.5 minutes left to go here in this Week 6 matchup between the Lancers and the Spartans. And the give straight up the middle. Getting good yardage on first down. Dane Savage with the carry. He'll be out to the 18-yard line. Chains had moved errantly, 2nd and 1 on the gain of 9. Inside of 5 minutes now.
Liberty.
Harris back in the backfield now. Give it to him. Met at the line of scrimmage, but strong enough to carry Lancers ahead. Gain out to the 25, so it's a gain of 6 and a first down for the Spartans. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. And quarterback keeper. And room to run off that left-hand side. Tackle there made by Shaver. But not until a gain of 6 out to the 31 by Tony Daniels.
Let's go defense, gotta hold them. Go, boy. Hold them for the second half. Lock him up.
Daniels throws the receiver screen to the far side. Room to run and nailed out of bounds after the pickup. With the catch, that is Mariano Gutierrez. And the tackle for Liberty, it could be Dominic Herrera, the senior.
Win the second half.
Inside of 3 minutes now, 2:49, 2:48, 2:47 and counting. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball on the ground and pounced on by the Lancers. Second turnover. And something for the Lancers faithful to cheer about. As Connor Groh, the sophomore, comes up with the fumble recovery. Turning the ball back over for the Liberty offense one more time. Alex Brown makes his way into the huddle.
Let's go, Liberty.
Brown and Doria trading snaps in the first half, but it has been mostly Brown here in the second, as they have used Doria to try to have some plays on the outside. Bryson Williams with the carry, and Williams going to carry it all the way down to the 22-yard line. Gain of 18 for Bryson Williams. His best run of the night. Inside of 90 seconds here at Gary Berry Stadium.
Come on, let's go, get on the board. Get on the board.
Liberty looking to avoid the shutout. Two receivers to the left. Too many on the field for Liberty. Williams tries the right side off guard. It will be a short gain, pickup of 2 down to the 20. Inside of 40 seconds. Give to Williams, hitting that right side. And getting ahead down inside the 15 to the 14 is going to be 3rd and 2. And now timeout is taken by Liberty. That is their second here in the second half. 16.6 on the clock. A score here would break a 7-quarter scoreless streak, as Liberty got shut out by Battle Mountain by the score of 41-0 last week here. at Gary Berry Stadium in a game where they should have played. The Coronado Cougars practiced 3 of their 5 practices against Coronado's offense, only to be thrown the curveball. Battle Mountain runs the double tight, double wing option offense. And Liberty, with no time to practice for it, really suffered. It was a very physical game as the Huskies came down ready to play after the 4.5-hour bus ride. So 16.6 left on the clock, 3rd and 2 for Liberty. Brown has 2 in the backfield. He'll hand it off to the near side and losing yards, putting the ball on the ground. 4th down, so the recovery made by Liberty inside of 5 seconds, and that will serve to be the final play of the game. The Doherty Spartans strike early and strike often in the first half, and they take this victory by the score of 42-0. I am Barry Reed. We hope you enjoyed the coverage of high school football here on the Doherty Spartans YouTube channel. Spartans on next Thursday night will take on Overland. Have a great evening, everybody.